Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So glad you can be here with me today. Uh, we're going to talk about Gen X and Generation X memories. Thought we'd go over snarky again. It came up yesterday in our ramble. And it also, makes me think about Karens because a lot of the Karens, I think, are Gen X. And that's a little scary. So maybe we can explore that as well. Um, so anyway, yeah, Chimipsua, that's how we say hi in Cambodia. Lemoyne, hello, Lemoyne in the house. Lemoyne in the house. Excellent. Um, so yeah, I thought we'd go ahead and start off with a little bit of a slideshow, some pictures that I have in a folder. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this camera is like so sensitive. Maybe up a little higher. Okay, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. All right. Make sure the microphone's good. Yeah, last Sunday I used I guess the microphone built into the webcam, and oh, it wasn't as good at all. No. So I love this microphone. It's like pretty colors on it. Okay, and then when I'm done with the slideshow, then we can invite people up on panel to talk to. So let's see here about sharing the screen. Yeah, we'll definitely see some snarkiness. I'm just gonna share the entire screen. Share audio. Okay, there we go. Oh, and so here's the pictures. And this one's a little blurry. Don't adjust your screen. It is a little blurry. But there's me as a baby, and my dad and my mom. So this would be 1966 going into 1967. There we go. Definitely 1966. I think this is like my christening in the Catholic Church. This is my Uncle Charlie and my mom's friend Gail, who are my godparents. There's me and my Uncle John. This must have I'm guessing my 1-year-old birthday. I don't think that's 2. That must be 1. There's me. That's a little bit older than 1, maybe 1.5, going on 2. Definitely toddler size. Look at those shoes from Buster Brown. Yeah. This is the yard at my grandmother's house. And who had a hammock like that? Did anybody have a hammock like that growing up in the 70s, the 60s, 70s? Those 2 boys would actually be my uncles, but not that much older than me. So they felt to me growing up. No, they're not uncles. They're cousins. I was going to say they felt like cousins. They are cousins. But my Uncle John felt like a brother. There's me and my dad in the swimming pool. Anybody have an above ground swimming pool? Oh, you had that exact one. I know. The hammock. Isn't that cool? I mean, they were so popular in that time. Oh, chalet. Oh, and by the way, chalet in the house. Chalet in the house. You are snarkily putting Halloween decorations away. All right. Oh, so yeah, above ground pools. We still have those around. Whoa, look at that. Not so happy, but oh, so cute. That's the stairs at my grandmother's house. And I know, yeah, this is blurry. Don't adjust your screen. But I mean, look at the fashion. Got to give credit to my mom for dressing me up. Those red boots. Man, these boots are made for walking. Oh yeah. I mean, this is probably around like my first day of school or something. That looks like about kindergarten age. Ah, there I am older. Love the flannel. Love the flannel. Little dog named Bam Bam. That's my grandmother's house. Look at that marble table in the background. Very late 60s, early 70s outfit. Absolutely. And I don't know what it is that I opened there, and I'm hugging to myself, but yeah, there's there's a picture of me. I don't think it's in this bunch, but there is a picture that exists after I gave birth to my daughter, and I think it was C's candy. Someone brought me C's candy, and I'm in the bed. I don't know, like they're still stitching me for the episiotomy or something. But I had like just had her and they didn't even like hand her back to me yet. And I'm like eating these. I have the same, like I'm hugging the C's candy because I'm not going to share them with anybody. By the way, I also craved a pastrami sandwich. So I asked my mother in law, because my mom was there with me, but my mother in law came after I had given birth. And she said, "Do you need me to bring anything?" I said, "Please stop at Togo's and get me a hot pastrami sandwich." And man, I just ate that. It's crazy. Oh, there's me in the flannel again. This is my grandmother's house. You can see the hearth. You can also see this piece of wood here that everybody would sit on. And if you watch my house tour, you will see that I have this piece of wood. This is the dog Dino. There's my cat Cuddles, and I don't know this white cat or beige cat. There, Dean. I'm giving Dino a walk. I don't know. I'm guessing like 8 or 9 years old. Look at those purple socks. So cool. This is a trip that we were making out to uh, Albuquerque or Santa Fe. Well, to Santa Fe to visit my grandmother's sister, my great aunt Dorothy. So this is probably the like near Death Valley. There's a place where that kind of like where you turn off the main road to go north into Death Valley, and they used to mine borax, and like 20 mule borax. These were like some of the wagons that they used to mine the um, the borax and bring it down for people. There I am with the great aunt Florence. I think Florence might have been my grandmother's aunt, if I remember the family tree right. So there's my mom, there's me. Is that snarky? Not it's a happy snarky. But you can see a little bit of snark. I mean, what I'm not just smiling for the picture, man. I'm like going all out. I'm happy. I'm excited. So here we have the two cousins, Patrick and Steve, and they're actually older than John. So my uncle John was a late baby, one of those unexpected late babies, you know. So her um, her oldest son, Charlie, my uncle Charlie, had these two. There's me. What is that like? Is that packs of cigarettes? Is that cards? Decks of cards? What is that in my hand? I have no idea. But I recognize these stairs. I think these are the stairs that are at the house that we lived in the Bay Area. Ah, look at what. Okay, this was high school. So this is in the 80s. Went through my Godspell phase. I know Chalet on your channel, you just did a little thing about the Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, also by didn't Andrew Lloyd Webber write both that and Godspell? I'm not sure, but I kind of went through a Godspell phase, and so this is how crazy I was. I would do this and then go to school. I mean, no, this is nice. This is I think my Uncle Charlie got remarried. Maybe. I don't know. We're in Las Vegas for a wedding, and it was definitely my Uncle Charlie's second wife, Aunt Teresa, that let me wear her silver fox coat. Yes, this is real silver fox. It's not faux. Um, there weren't any like PETA movements going on against furs back then. And let me tell you, it was. Ooh, do I detect some snark in that smile? Is there some snark? Might be some snarky there. You got that little look, Almost reminds me, didn't Princess Diana sometimes have a look like this as well? There's some pictures of her. No, I'm not saying I'm like Princess Diana, although I am. Look at the earrings and the silver fox. I mean, you probably could say in this photo, but certainly my life is not like hers necessarily. um, but yeah. Going back in time again. This is Ginger. That's called personality. Oh, plenty of snark and personality. Yes. Now, both of us, we must be tired or we got in trouble or something. I don't know what the looks on our faces here are, but look at, I'm kind of given some evil eye there. This is my grandmother's house. That's the fireplace. And this is Ginger that we would chase around the house, if you remember from. Oh my gosh, am I supposed to read another chapter? You guys let me know when we're done with the slideshow if you want a chapter, or we can save the next chapter for next week. This is my dad. This is the dad that I literally thought was Michael Nesmith. He doesn't look like it here in this picture so much, but there's another picture. I don't think it's in this batch where he really does look like Michael Nesmith of the Monkees. So I thought my dad, I thought that's why he wasn't around so much. This is my cousin Sean. You can tell we're 6 months apart. He's born January 13th. I'm born June 13th. 6 months apart. And my Aunt Susie is his mom. And yeah, there's a lot of similarities in us. And you know what? You know those apps that can make you look older or younger? Well, a friend of mine had that on their phone. And they're here, let me snap a picture of you. And they snapped a picture of me just sitting there. And they're making it. And I said, okay, now, yeah, let's see it. Make it go look younger and see if it looks like I really did when I was younger. Let's see how accurate it is, And then it said, oh, you can also go male, female. So they made me male. And when they made me male, I looked exactly like my cousin. Oh my gosh, it was freaky. It was so freaky. I was like, oh my God, you got to screenshot that and send it to me because I got to send that to my mom. Look, I got a guitar. Who knew there was like some future, not forewarning, but there's a word, Lemoyne, you probably know it, like, because in writing and in films, foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing. Oh, hey, look at this little tyke thing in the back. How many of you had the tyke thing? You had this very little tyke thing. You guys remember that? Totally Gen X. Totally. I was probably told to straighten up in that other here. Yeah, but he's also looking really tired. I don't know. I don't know if we're tired or if we're in trouble. Well, I totally remember the picture that's in that frame. Yeah, anyway. Okay, moving on. There's my Uncle John, again, acting like you can see, where I would feel like he was more like a brother. Oh, now there's some snark. Look at that. Look at that. This is my grandmother's house. This is my grandmother on the phone. who I affectionately called Gurmy. She's leaning up on that stool that I've talked about. That looks like a chocolate covered almond in my hand. You have one tricycle that your father helped you. Sass. Oh, you remember the big wheel? Oh yeah. I don't have any pictures. I don't know if I actually had a big wheel. I think I had to ride my friend's big wheel. I don't think I ever got one of my own. I have a very Sigourney Weaver face in this image. Yeah. I should like my hair. My hair cut right now is actually very similar to that, but I don't know. It doesn't look like that anymore. But sass. Okay, sass. What's the difference between sass and snarky? This one too. uh, I have a weird look. My tongue's there. I must have had something in my teeth. I was trying to get it out or something. I don't know. But yeah, this who remembers this kind of dress that for the so this is junior high. This is junior high graduation. So this would have been like June of 1980. And then I think yeah, June of 1980. There's a line. There's a line. A line. A line. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, this was so fashionable for that time. A peasant dress. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Looks like a sundress. A sundress, a peasant dress, kind of has that little like bodice part. I mean, it's all one piece, but um even the girl behind me kind of has a similar thing going on. Oh, here I am again. I still these little pink earrings actually have happy faces on them. I still have those earrings, I think. Here. Look a little wild. Oh, Crystal Burger. Oh, look, my class ring, which I lost. I don't want to think about that. But yeah, eating Crystal Burger in Atlanta, Georgia, or around Atlanta. Could have been just outside of Atlanta. And this Tropicana Music Bowl T-shirt that was from when I was in marching band. I played the flute in marching band. I'd never played the flute before. I was in choir, and the choir director was also the band director. And because of the choreography of marching bands, they had a couple of empty spots. They needed to be filled. I fiddled around with a friend of mine's flute once. I think I could do that. So I learned how to play Hello Again and the theme for the Pink Panther and one other song. There were 3 songs that we did. And we competed in competitions and everything. Good times. This is when I graduated from high school, 1984. Went up to New York. My mom and my grandmother flew out to Georgia for my graduation, and then your little sister played the flute and band. Yeah, uh, I really like the marching more than doing the music. But you had to do the music because the judges would walk around. If you were faking it, then you would get points knocked off. Anyway, this is by Central Park, the carriage horse of Central Park, 1984. I love that sweater. I think I still have that sweater. I still have so many clothes. Oh, look at me. That's almost a bit snarky. It looks like maybe lasagna that I'm eating. It's definitely around my grandmother's table. I think I can tell. That's probably my Aunt Win sitting next to me. And it's my elementary school, Murphy Elementary, the Murphy Cougars. Who we were. Oh, there we go. Some more fashion. I'm sorry this like little film strip is here. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can make the film strip go away. It's your daughter's birthday today. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at a hippity hop. You guys remember the hippity hop? Look at that fashion. Oh my gosh, my mom was like so cool to dress me up. This looks like we're at there's a picnic table. Looks like we're camping somewhere. I don't know why I'm holding my hands as if I'm going to drink something. Yeah, I hope she has a great day, Chalet. Is she there? Your youngest daughter. I mean, I'll give her a shout out. What was her name again? Oh, there's my cat Cuddles when it was a baby. How cute. Was I that old when Maybe that's a different cat. She just called. She'll be over. Okay. Oh, the hippity hops got you in a ton of trouble. I believe it. They were fun. They were so fun. Well, let me know when she's there, Chalet, and I'll give her a shout. But what's her name? Oh, Haley Rose. Okay, okay. So when she gets here, I'll give her a shout out. Oh, look at how 70s is that. I think I still have that necklace. It looks like I might have a bruise on my face or something. I don't know. Oh, but nice smile. That's not so snarky. That's a good smile. There I am sitting on that stool. Yep. But yeah, this bohemian-ish kind of thing was totally 70s. War paint. You know what I did? When I was 12, my dad took me to a family reunion in Pennsylvania for his side of the family, and I'd never seen real fireflies. It's my first time to see real fireflies, because you guys know I love the fireflies in the Pirates of the Caribbean, but those aren't like real ones. So there were these real, and so they showed me how, and like we all did. We made war paint. We squished the bugs on our face to make war paint. Yeah. I mean, I think about it now going, what was I doing squishing bug? Here I am killing these poor little bugs, and I'm got squished bug on my face. But it was cool. Fab, fab. Oh, this is my ex-husband. So this is me. Oh, now check out the snark in my daughter. Where could she have gotten that from? That's my daughter Jasmine. And is that James? Gosh, because like, is she like 2 years old, or is she like 4 years old? I don't know if that's James or Danny, but that's me and my ex-husband. Makes me so happy that we're not together anymore. There he is again. Look at me in my blonde hair. Oh, see, every time you wear your hat, Chalet, when you're singing, I always think about, see, I used to have one too. Looks four-ish. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So so the baby might be Danny. But this is James here, and that's Jasmine, and that's John Michael, my cousin John's son. The one whose diapers I changed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is there some snark? Do I detect some snark? Cute. Yeah. I wasn't sure if there was like this is a close up of another picture. But yeah. I even though it's blurry, I can see the snark there. Camping again. I grew up camping, love camping. Looks like I got some Matchbox cars there. Love Matchbox cars. Those jeans with patches on them that kind of match that shirt. Even camping, I was stylish. Oh, now look at that. There's my mom and me. I'm telling you, styling. There's that wood here in the corner too. See, there it is again. I'm not lying. That piece of wood was on my grandmother's hearth. But yeah, totally the fashion, um, 60s going into the 70s, early 70s. Oh, there I am. Here's 1967 in July. So I'm 1 year and 1 month old, and I have my own little pool. Oh, look at that. My mom and dad, and they had a car. 57 Chevy. I don't know. Doesn't all the cars that look like that, don't we call them 57 Chevys? What happened to 58 and 59 and 60? The white wall tires. Yeah, not doing too bad. No, that's blurry. Blurry, blurry. There's me. Oh, that's the thing. Did everybody get a picture sitting on the hood of the car? Do you guys all have one in your family photo album? Let's sit the baby on top of the car, on the hood of the car. But this is definitely the duplex that I think, well, maybe, no, because the stairs weren't like that at the duplex. I don't know where this is. Oh, there's me as a baby. Somebody holding me. Oh, and this is the sleeping bag that was at my grandmother's before I moved here in 2007, and my grandmother had just passed away. My mom asked me to stay. I said, "Mom, Grandma's going to be gone. She's not going to care if I'm here or not. My grandma wants me to start my new life." She goes, "Yeah, but I need you." I said, "Oh, okay." So I stayed because we knew that she was going to pass away soon. Pretty much a standard image for kids, yeah, being on the car like that. And anyway, everybody was like, "You can't take anything from the house until Grandma actually dies, because it's just like it's like robbing her if we all start taking stuff before she's even gone." Right? Yeah, okay, makes sense. But as soon as she was gone, like, this was in the rafters in her garage, and I wanted it, and they threw it away. My uncles. There I am walking. Did anybody else walk on the hose? See the line of the hose? I'm like walking on the hose. Is that just me? Or did everybody do that? I wet my throat. Oh, happy birthday to me. This was a great cake. It was like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think that this is at that preschool. There's me and my cousin Sean again, a little bit older, walking on there. Oh, there we are, younger. Oh, sweethearts. It's my grandma's house. So there's the cousin John. I mean, my uncle John, and cousin Pat, and cousin Steve, and my cousin Sean. All right. There's me and cousin Sean. First birthday, looks like. Oh, look at that sunburn. I believe this is after a trip down to Tijuana. Oh, I saw this one the other day when I was going through this chalet, and it made me think of you and your grandson. You're always giving him those drumsticks. Yeah. And I'm like, I want one, right? Ma, look right here. Proof. I love the drumsticks. Look at that. There's my mom and dad, I guess, when they got married. Oh, look at me, all of fallen asleep. Beach balls, pretty standard. No snarky here, man. It's like, get me out of here. Oh, goodness. But then they got older, and it's like, okay, I could deal with it. Oh, they gave me a candy cane. So see, I had a little bit more understanding that, like, Santa gifts. Yeah, by then. Oh no, yeah, this is blurry. Well, there's Jasmine again. Well, you know what? I think I would have all three kids in this picture. So, but yeah, she looks like she's 3 or 4. But then I guess, what is he, a year old? Is that baby, and is that like 8 months old? Yeah, so I guess maybe the baby's James. And that's my Aunt Dorothy, the one that we visited in Santa Fe when I was younger, came out to visit. They look all right there. I mean, I know it's blurry, but the hair and stuff, not so overweight. Ex-husband always thought I was overweight. He never, whatever. Who cares? Oh, here's this picture again. looks a little less blurry. There's the Tijuana picture. So see, I think it was on this trip that I had that sunburn. My Uncle John, who was like my brother. This is just a horse, or it's probably a burro, a donkey, um, painted to look like a zebra for people to take pictures on it. Not the Santa photo. Here's crazy me, wild and crazy girl. Um, that's our house in my. We put a paneling and that wallpaper by ourselves. It was nice to have this kind of countertop. The sink is just on the other side of that. So you could be in the so the kitchen is just an open kitchen, and I'd be facing the living room. But yeah, I was all about acting crazy. Had me some long johns. This, I think I'm pregnant with Jasmine. Now this taking this picture embarrassed me so much. I smiled fine. That's my cousin Steve, right? But my grandpa, I called Germpy, insisted that this picture be all three of his firsts. So Steve was his first grandchild and grandson. I was the first granddaughter. And then my daughter Jasmine was the first great grandchild, right? So he wanted the picture with all three firsts. And when he called us the three firsts, I'm like, well, why would I'm not better than anybody else, and then make it, how's everybody else going to feel? I don't know. It was going to put a target on me and call me the first, but now I guess I understand it a little bit more. First grandson, granddaughter, and great granddaughter. And so he was just proud of that. So nice. There's Jasmine. So, this is 80s. This is still Gen X life, right? A lot of the Gen Xers were growing up, were still young and growing up in the 80s. You can definitely tell the difference in the clothes, how we've moved on from the 70s a bit. As my mom and my stepdad, David, and my ex-husband. There's me and young mother. I was 18. And Jasmine, because I wanted to have this like big family, and if I'm gonna have 12 kids, I got to get started early, right? Yeah, cute. Oh, there's some snark. There's some snark. We got some snark again. It's my Aunt Win, my friend Patricia, Patty, Patrice, not Patricia. I'm sorry, Patrice. Patrice Capone, literally related in her genealogy to Al Capone. But her father worked like at Ames Research Center or something, like on all the like rocket scientist stuff. 7-Up. Out camping. Love camping. So there I am, and again 80s, very 80s. At our wedding reception. Snark there. Yeah. And then there's one more oh, you mean in this one. Yeah. There's some snark. There's some snark. My grandmother, Gurmy, my grandfather. This is my ex-husband, his wife, Joan, and his dad, Bob. So my in-laws. There's the snarky one. There's the snarky one. And for anyone who doesn't know the story, I know Shalay knows it already, but my grandmother was always like, save the paper, blah, 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 right? And so she just made the comment, oh, such pretty paper. And I got that look on my face and just ripped it open, oh my God. It's not evil. Snarky's not evil. There's evil people in this world. Right? Oh, look at that. Such pure joy with that snark. Oh, and I'm trying to. Oh, it's a remote. It's the remote control. Okay, so we've definitely moved it out of the because there's a. I was like, it's not a cell phone, people. We didn't have cell phones back then. Um, but I must have just been. That's my mom's couch. She did eventually get a new couch and give it to me. Where with my kids, it got worn out. It didn't last past us. But that was a good, solid couch. I think she bought it from Sears. Oh, baby shower. There I am, baby shower and Patrice. And there's Jasmine. There's Jasmine being born. Well, after she's born. This is, what's amazing? My mom came over to visit. I think it was after my due date because I think all three of my kids were at least a few days, if not a week, late. Um, so my mom took this picture, and that night I went into labor. So this is like the very day before I had her. Kind of hard to imagine that, like, all crumpled up inside that belly is that baby that you just saw me holding here. All squished up inside there. Sears and Roebuck, exactly, because she worked there, so she got discounts. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Didn't I tell you? There's a picture of me with the chocolate. It's not quite snark, but it's like, this is mine. I am not sharing. I just went through hell to give birth. This is all mine. Oh, there she is crying. That's good. That's healthy for babies to cry because it clears their lungs. Cute little hospital blanket with the koala bears on it, though. Oh, and here's all of us. Let's see. I'm trying to judge the age of Jasmine compared to those other pictures when there was a baby, right? So was it just that James wasn't in the picture? One thing I think about with this, okay, it's Easter Sunday. Know all the players by now, and around this age, James got out of the car. So like I pulled up next to the house, and which was a mobile home. So I kind of pulled up near the front door and told the kids to go in the house. Well, I watched Jasmine holding Danny by the hand or carrying Danny into the house, but I didn't actually see James go into the house. And I'm looking around and I don't see him anywhere. So I'm like, okay, well, he must have gone into the house. I put the car into reverse because what I was going to do was like reverse and then park. I had to like reverse and turn and park in the drive. And I put it in reverse and I step on the gas and I hear this clunk. And I knew because I hadn't seen him go in the house. I knew it was him. And so then I went like in this split second, I was like, oh my God, what if I stop the car? What if one of the wheels is like on him, crushing him? But if I don't stop the car, so it's like I put the car in neutral. I opened my car door so that I could look. I had to look and see where he was so I knew what action to take. And then he crawled up from right there, right underneath where my door was. He was crawling out from under the car. And apparently he was, and in the news not long after that, the same thing happened with like a father backing up and the kid was behind, killed the kid, you know. And but James was like right in the center of the car. So and I did kind of step on the gas, so it like knocked him down right in between the two wheels, So he didn't get run over by anything. He just got knocked down. Oh my God, that was so scary. Oh, this is our nice little mobile home. I don't know, maybe that's Danny. Oh yeah, because oh no, I had James living here too. And then this wooden cupboard I really like. I painted it that kind of distressed blue. Oh, I still have that was a wedding gift, that like tureen, soup tureen, they call them. Anyway, 1980s. Wow. Look at the snark in this one. And look at Jasmine. Oh my gosh. She's showing some snark too. Double snarky. My grandfather, that's James. That's definitely James. I can tell by his look. Oh, I love my hair though. I think I still have that shirt, or I have a similar shirt. I love my hair when it's cut like that. That's my favorite hair. But it's hard to maintain because my hair is kind of naturally a bit curly. And the apple did not fall far from the tree. How true is that? Snark City. Oh, there's a close up of us. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Whew. Gotta get away from that. Oh, there. Whew. No more snark. But how 80s is that? Look at that pixie. Oh, I hated that pixie. Somebody cut my hair into a mullet, and I was not going to have a mullet. So then I had to get it like a pixie cut and let it all grow out. That's my Uncle Pat. And this is Teresa, whose silver fox coat I was wearing. Oh, there I am again with Santa Claus. Oh, is that the end? That's the end. Okay. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. Stop sharing the screen. So, oh, yeah, let's freeze up. Mm-hmm. Ah, there we go. Hello. I was waiting for that. I could see that it was frozen there for a minute. You know, so I know Chalet and I, a month or two ago, we had a snarky topic, about Gen X. Is Gen X snarky because we're so self-confident? Definitely see it goes way back in the genes for me. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, thanks. Uh, yeah, I think so much of it was common for all of us, can relate. Um, yeah. And then so like Karen's, I mean, is that like out of control snark? Is is that, I mean, because Karens are out of control. And I've had a few Karen moments in my life. Thank gosh there was no like cell phones and stuff back then. Um, but it was kind of a difficult time. Yeah, I don't like. There's that monster. It's like a monster, you know. Um, but I I remember like customer service people saying to me, "It's okay," and I go, "It's not okay." Oh my goodness. It's like a different life, it's like a shadow, I think it's a defense method. Yeah, a defense mechanism, Yeah, Karens. Oh my gosh. Might have been a little bit of a Karen on the roller tour, Robbie Love roller love tour on Route 66. I had my moments, which is why I was like, no way are we, putting our, turning this road trip into a show about us. No way I want people to see me acting like that, because I was like having to keep things. I was the mom. I had to keep things in line. You saw, Robbie Love was just Mr. Cheesy, cheese ball. Yeah, in an endearment kind of way. This is Mr. Cheeseball, and then wow, I don't know if you heard that thunder. We had the biggest thunder earlier today, and then it just bam poured down so heavy. It was crazy. Now it's like, okay, the rain stopped. Now I can hear the rain kind of starting up again, but I don't think it's gonna like pour like it did before. But it was, it was a really really strong downpour for about 30 minutes. But a defense mechanism. So yeah, let's talk about that. Does anybody want to come on? Let me put the invite, the link here. And your daughter hasn't shown up yet, Chalet? Yeah, I'd like to explore that a little bit with the Karens. You know, are they still as common? You know, it seems like there used to be so many. I mean, we're so many captured and people being called Karens that people started to have awareness and then stopped, realized that behavior was not good and stopped acting like Karens, or at least if even just half of the people that were acting like that had a realization, we're down by half on people that still act like that. She's on Florida time, could be hours. Okay. Well, you want to come up before she arrives? I can have 3 people. The link's right there if you want to join Chalet. So go ahead and give us your thoughts on that, on this defense mechanism.
What, on being snarky?
Is it the snarkiness or the Karenness? And are they related or not?
I don't. I think Karens are kind of a de-evolution of the snarkiness.
Yeah.
Or our snarkiness was more of a defense coping mechanism.
Uh-huh.
Theirs is just mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Karen's, yeah, definitely. And well, and I think, you know, dare I say a bit self-righteous,
Yeah,
you know, even kind of having been a little bit on that spectrum, if we want to call it that. Um, you know, you think you're right, you think you've been wronged, and
hmm,
you're like seeking justice. You want the world to be right,
yeah,
but it's right according to your values,
hmm.
you know.
Where I think when we were coming up, 80s, 90s, late teens, early adulthood,
Mhm.
we had the ability to, at some point, just step back and chill out, whereas
Mhm.
Karens don't.
Mhm. Yeah, they don't step back.
Yeah,
But could part of, the independence that we talk about, the we're I think we're not afraid of a confrontation if we feel it's justified.
yeah, I
You
would,
know,
I
we're
would agree with that.
Yeah, and so if you take that as like a good thing, like say a anti-war protest or something, right?
Hmm.
Then, but it goes too far, it becomes a Karen.
Well, plus the Karens, they kind of feed off each other. It's kind of where we were individually snarky, or
Yeah,
individual things. Karens are more of a collective. It's
interesting.
more of an in thing to do. See, we didn't
Yeah,
have the video cameras or anything, so
thank goodness.
yeah, you're right about that. But we didn't have that we didn't have that social media drive to keep doing it.
uh Oh yeah, because they want to like have likes and
Hmm.
everything, and get the attention. That's how they get the attention. Yeah. But I think a
Our
lot of times the people that are Karens, they're not doing it to be on social media. They just end up on social media because of the other people. By the way, congratulations to the grandson who won an award today for courage in kindergarten.
Hey,
That's cool. And sorry that you look like death today. But I'm glad you looked fabulous last night. Got to share a picture.
The
Fox. Okay.
Cool.
Did you have any more on that thought though about the Karens?
Well, yeah. You're talking about other people filming them. I
Oh
think
yeah.
in some, I think in some cases, and there's been some that it's been unraveled on where they go in, set up a situation, and have a friend film it, or somebody they know film it and put it up.
Yeah, I do think I've seen some things that
Yeah,
I think, oh no,
where
that's
they
set up.
where they intentionally go in and create a scene where when we did
Mm.
it, it was where we felt that we were wronged. We didn't do,
Yes.
yeah, we did. And when we had the humility to realize at some point whether or not we were right or if we were just acting out of emotion. And we would step
Hmm.
back and go, yeah, you're right, I screwed up. Karens
Right.
don't seem to have that humility.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll tell you, there was one time it was a car dealership and we were getting our car worked on. My ex-husband would actually say to me, sick 'em.
Hmm.
And and that was him telling me to like go off on people and be
Hmm.
like that. And so in that way, the behavior was actually encouraged by my ex-husband.
Hmm.
And so I don't know what it was. They didn't fix our car right or something. It was something about the maintenance on the car. And I was like going full Karen on the manager and he just turned to walk away and left me standing there with like no one to scream at.
Hmm.
And it like shut me up. It really did. It was like,
Yeah.
and then I realized. And so I don't know if it was like that same day. Like I said, could you please go get the manager? I'd like to, you know, speak with him calmly
Hmm.
or whatever. Or maybe I went back the next day. I don't know, but I did apologize to him. You know, I said, I am sorry. My behavior was out of line and you did the right thing. So thank you for that. And I am sorry. So like you're saying, most Karens, I mean, a real Karen
Hmm.
isn't going to do that.
Plus, I also think a lot of our snarkiness came out of the fact that we grew up in a generation where we were repeatedly told by our parents we're seen and not heard.
Mm-hmm.
So when something caused this to tip over, we just let it all out. And
Mm.
once we got it out of our system, we were good.
Yes. Which actually I think is compared to other cultures in other countries, okay, take for example here in Cambodia, while there are people that yell at each other or whatever, for the most part it's a quiet
Yeah.
culture. And so if they see people like you and me and we get excited about something and so our voice starts to raise and it sounds like we're fighting because we're discussing something and
Hmm.
sharing different points of view, but we're not actually fighting. But but it is something that needs to come to a resolution. We're working it out. We're working through it,
Hmm.
and then we figure it out, and we're all good. And the Cambodians are like, you know, they're afraid because the voices were loud. This is something I've learned. So of course now, if I'm working in a team with
Hmm.
Cambodians, I'm very conscious of this. You know, uh, but yeah, if
It
they
makes
see two foreigners engaging like that, they don't know what to think.
I wonder how, as you said in an earlier video, that Cambodia is heavily Buddhist. I wonder
Yes,
how
it's a Buddhist
much
nation.
of that, the quietness and calming of yourself and the submission of your ego plays into them being quieter than we are, where in the West, where our ego is encouraged.
Yeah. I know in I think in the West we're taught that about Asian cultures, that it's
Mm-hmm.
more about community
Mm-hmm.
than the self. And we're fiercely independent, especially in America,
Mm-hmm.
even compared to other Western countries. And but I'll tell you the truth of it is like not really. They're it's more like the you're to be seen and not heard kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing, because like if they do speak up, they could get in trouble, or they at least they fear that they're going to get in trouble, even if they're not going to get in trouble, but they have that fear. And
Yeah.
and so I think they're actually more quiet like that than religiously, because
Yeah.
most of the young people, they don't really they know, like it's like saying Hail Mary or Our Father who art in heaven or the Lord's Prayer,
Mm-hmm.
about the I mean the shepherd one,
Mm-hmm.
from Psalms. Um y- even if you're not a practicing Catholic or something, you can, you know, pretty much say those things,
Yeah.
them as a Christian,
I know.
but that doesn't mean you're a practicing Christian.
Yeah. I also know that there's a parallel between like the in the Catholics, they have the the Hail Marys and stuff like that.
Hmm.
In Hinduism, they have different mantras for different things too.
Exactly.
And the
It's very
the Catholics have the rosary. Hindus have something real similar. Actually, predates the rosary. I forgot what it's called.
similar.
It has to
Yeah, I know
do.
they're beads. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
because
prayer beads, but they have a name for it.
yeah,
Not Mandela.
yeah,
I don't
something.
think
I think it's a Mandela. Because
it
the
might
thing
be like
is,
Mandela beads.
I've actually got a couple of them because I like the stones they are made out of. And I can't think of the name of them. I guarantee 20 minutes from now, it's going to randomly pop into my head.
And not Mandela like with an
No.
E, but like mandala or
Yeah.
mandala. Yeah. And there's paintings that are like very geometric that
Yeah.
are also called that. So yeah, that might be the name of the beads. But in Islam, the Muslims also have prayer beads.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, snarky.
Mala. Mala. Mala.
Oh, just mala. Okay.
Yeah. Mala beads.
Hmm.
I knew that would happen. I actually Googled it because I didn't want to wait for it just to randomly pop into my head.
I do that a lot. I used to do it on the show when I had the other computer, but now that I have this computer, it doesn't operate as quickly. So I don't want to slow everything down by opening a tab.
Yeah.
But that's a fun part of the show when like we're all talking about stuff and I'll just Google it and have it right there on the screen, you know, as we're talking about things. It's fun when we
Yeah.
do that. So I need to get that like SD card thing put in.
Hmm.
'Cause I think the principle that they were talking about was that the when the operating system needs to, because there is so much RAM.
Hmm.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but the theory is there's so much RAM, it kind of has to go through it all in order to operate. So it gets lost and slow.
Yeah. What?
Whereas if they put the SD card in, then it's only operating off of that, and so it can
Yeah.
operate faster.
What operating system do you use on your computer?
10. I, I'm pretty sure it's still 10.
Uh, See, my computer a couple years ago, I switched from Windows over to Linux, and
Oh
once
yeah, yeah.
And once I got a lot of the configuration done, thanks to YouTube videos, it works a lot smoother, a lot faster than the Windows operating system. But
I had an Ubuntu was the name of the computer,
mhm,
and so I used this. It wasn't Linux. What else is there besides Linux?
you got
So,
Apple,
no, that's open
Chrome,
source.
huh?
The open source stuff. You have
Well,
Linux.
you've got probably 25, 30 flavors of Linux, and you have some Unix systems which are open source. Well, that's basically all Linux is a
Two,
Unix system.
right? And
But
then there's one
there's
more.
huh?
And there's one more.
Well, Chrome is a
No, that's part of like Microsoft, isn't it?
no,
Or it
Chrome is Google.
is Google. No, but
Yeah.
before Google. Before
Um,
Google, when we had Netscape and everything, Google wasn't existed. What I'm trying to,
well,
Ubuntu was the name of the computer, not the system.
Ubuntu is a Linux OS.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ubuntu is the system?
Yeah, it's the OS.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay, I thought the
And
computer was Ubuntu.
yeah.
Ubuntu, whatever.
Yeah.
I
Then
had that, and it was fine. It worked fine.
yeah, you have you have everything from Red Hat to Fedora. I'm running on my desktop, I'm running MX Linux. On my laptop, I run Mint Linux. Yeah, like I said, there's probably as many flavors of Linux as there are Protestant religions. So,
Oh goodness.
but no, it's the thing is with Linux, I don't know code, so I have to look up things, find the code, copy the code into my terminal, restart the computer and do that to get it configured. And that took probably 7, 8 hours over 2 days. Well,
Oh my
once I got it
goodness.
configured, it was good to go.
Yeah.
And the like video editing software runs so much smoother on a Linux system than it does a Windows system.
I had a friend of mine that was a white hat hacker, and so he did a lot of work for like major corporations that somebody might have either they just like somebody dies and nobody
Mm-hmm.
has their passwords, or somebody's hacking them for ransom.
Mm-hmm.
He like back hacks them and
Yeah.
stuff. He would do his, but he passed away now. But anyway, so yeah, he taught me. I mean, I'd not code and stuff like that, but just how the dynamics
Yeah.
of people using one thing versus another and stuff, and why they always make viruses for Microsoft because they hated them.
Yeah.
Because they would never like pay computer people to beta test. They would just release something, and then when something didn't work, then they would make a patch for it. And so they were just using people instead of hiring. And so
They
that's
were
what they were so ticked off about years ago.
yeah, they're basically using the general population to beta test their stuff. And I think Windows 95 was the biggest time where they had done that. I think that's the one they did it the most on. But oh, you dropped out. All righty. So, ugh. So, I got the cat. Where is the cat? Didn't know where the cat is, so that's never a good thing. Uh, so, so how's everyone else doing? Fidgeting. Wait for Maven to get back. Well, it looks like it's just me now. Yep. Yeah, I understand that. That was me yesterday. I just couldn't get motivated just to do anything. I don't know. Can you not hear or see me, Shalay? I don't know. Don't know what Maven's computer's doing. Maybe her uh, so maybe she'll be back here real soon. Cool. No, my cat was in here destroying things, and where did he go? A quiet cat can be a dangerous cat.
Oh.
There she comes.
Did you guys have fun without me?
My cat got quiet, so that's
Yeah.
not good.
Oh my goodness. All righty. So Chalet, you're tired, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, my
I think my Wi-Fi is going in and out. So Chalet, I'm sorry about your daughter like not being there yet. I want to give her shout out to Haley Rose, happy birthday. You know, and I think that we're just gonna have to end this one. No super long stream tonight. And poor Lemoyne ended up out, but
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But but no, it's interesting. So I think your Wi-Fi is crashing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pop out, and I might wait a couple minutes to see if she makes it back in. Say the goodbyes, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I've got full bars on my Wi-Fi, but my phone was actually broken.
Hmm.
No. So wow, we have actually 4 eyeballs in here
Yeah,
right now. I don't know. We'd give it one more try, but yeah, here I am.
yeah, you're back.
And but so did we say everything we needed to say about Snarky and Karen's? Do we have anything left on that topic?
I can't think of anything right offhand.
Yeah. You know, I think sometimes Snarky is passive aggressive behavior.
Oh,
Sometimes like
no
when you
doubt.
can't, yeah, you can't really say something forthrightly. So you say something snide, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
which tends to be snarky.
We do that to our supervisors when I still worked the prison system. Supervisor would come up with a new policy or something, and we'd look at them
Mm.
and go, "Yeah, that's gonna work."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which would be snarky.
Yeah,
And sarcasm. It's right there with sarcasm,
yeah.
which I think we're masters of as Gen Xers.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know.
when you've been doing a job for 20 years plus, and you get a 20-something supervisor that thinks they're going to they're going to reform and change the prison system, you're like, you might want to age a little bit first.
Yeah, yeah. That happens. I think in any field,
Yeah.
you know, you got to bless their hearts, so
Hmm.
young, full of enthusiasm. I certainly was,
Yeah.
and then thought I would change the world.
Hmm. Though one of my
But
last supervisors before I retired was like 25, 26, and did not do confrontation well. And I always wondered how you got to be a sergeant in the penitentiary and you don't handle conflict. That always baffled me.
oh, yeah, I tend to be a good mediator. I think if that's my role in the moment is to
Hmm.
be a mediator, I'm a darn good one. You know, helping people see both sides, helping like if there's a conference or something, a moderator.
Hmm.
I'm a very good moderator and keeping people on track, keeping people focused. Um,
I
you
always
know,
had I always had a knack to boil things down to a commonality, break it into crayons, and find a common place where everybody could connect.
exactly. Let's find some common ground. We can all agree on this point,
Yeah,
right? And then how we deal with it, maybe we have different ideas on what we can do, but at least let's and you get people to realize, oh, there is some kind of
yeah,
common ground, instead of just I'm up here with the well, this is my way and this is my way, and rah, rah, rah. It was like, well, you know what, we both want this.
yeah.
Let's start there. you
And
know
I know because I've run into this with people is you get used to doing something a certain way,
mm-hmm.
but somebody does it different. And sometimes I have found that some people are like, you can't do it that way. I'm like, why? It works. You do it
Mm.
your way and it works for you. I do it my way that works for me.
Right.
Neither one of us is wrong. Neither one of us is right. We've just, this is the way we do it.
Right. It's like tying shoes.
Yeah.
There's different ways to tie shoes.
Hmm.
I've got my way of tying shoes, and then I've seen other people tie shoe the bunny ear way or something.
Yeah.
Something about bunny ears,
Yeah.
and I like watch it and I'm like, how do they do that?
Hmm.
But it works,
Yeah.
you know. There's very few times I think where somebody is only looking at point A to point B and not realizing that there's a C and a D and an E. And if you don't do it in the correct order, you're not going to get the result you need at the
Hmm.
end. So therefore you have to do it this way. I mean, like we were talking about cooking and baking.
Hmm.
You can't just like do it your own way with baking.
Yeah.
You can with cooking,
Well,
you
to a
know.
certain degree in baking is like the other day, Monday, I made banana bread. We had some bananas
Mhm.
right at that verge of getting ready to go bad.
Yeah.
And the way I make banana bread is different from a lot of recipes
Mhm.
because
You can always experiment.
I use a very basic bread recipe and I make a slurry out of the bananas and I cut
Mhm.
back a little bit on my flour, cut back a little bit on my water.
Mhm.
And that's, I don't want to add a whole bunch of extra stuff, It's just
Mhm.
banana slurry, yeast, water, and flour.
Wow. I've always done banana bread more like a muffin,
Yeah,
but in a loaf,
yeah,
so
and
like baking powder instead of yeast.
yeah. And if that's the way you do it, that's the way you do it. If it turns out people like it, eat it, it's the right way for
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. It's not like, well, my way is real banana
No,
bread,
no.
I mean,
A lot
no,
of
wow, yeast with banana bread. That's great.
yeah. And a lot and there's a lot of things like there's a lot of things I do because of the way I was taught to do them that you don't really need to do anymore. It's like I
Mhm.
always proof yeast.
Okay.
I always proof my yeast. The way
Mhm.
modern yeast, dry yeast and stuff is packaged and produced and bred, you don't have to proof it anymore. I
Mhm.
do it because that's the way my father taught me. That's the way his mom taught him.
Mhm.
And it's just routine. It's I automatically do it,
Right.
and it just and it's and I look back at some of those things, and a lot of it, the necessity to do it is not there anymore. It's routine. You get into this routine, and sometimes something will upset that routine, and your initial or at least my initial reaction is to go, wait a
Mhm.
minute, what's going on here? And
Mhm.
as I've matured, I'm like, okay, let's take a look at it. Maybe that is better.
Yeah. I think as we get older, we start to realize well, one of two things. Either you get set in your ways.
Hmm.
There's people that go that route,
Hmm.
or you have so much experience of in life just seeing that something you thought was wrong, the wrong way to do it, and it worked for somebody. It was okay for them, and so you start to realize, those cultural differences are okay.
It's like I've got a curry tree, and there's a lot of things I cook that I will snip leaves and use the curry leaves, even though it's like if I'm doing chicken, especially if I'm doing like a skin on chicken breast or something like that, I'll
Mhm.
dice the leaves up and put them between the meat and the skin. And because
Ooh.
it's
Mhm.
just the curry leaf, you get the
Mhm.
hint of the curry flavor, but you don't get the full on curry.
Mm.
And
Wow.
I've taken that, and there's certain things that I do that are completely American concepts and ideas. And I'm like, well, they do this for this flavor in this culture. Let's see if we can adapt it to this.
Mhm. You have to be
And
careful we're not culturally appropriating anything, though.
see, I don't understand. See, I don't understand that because
No.
America was built on cultural appropriation. Now, I will give you, you have negative cultural appropriation, things like blackface and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you have positive, where you take the good from another culture and blend it, assimilate it into your current culture.
Yeah, but blackface isn't an
Well, that was
nobody
a bad
appropriate.
example. That the first thing that
Yeah.
popped into my brain, but
No, the
you
thing that
know,
I think, I mean, the first time I think I heard about cultural appropriation was with the Maori tattoos.
mm-hmm,
So a lot of people were taking the Maori tattoo designs, which are sacred, and putting them on T-shirts and handbags and profiting
yeah,
using their sacred symbols.
mm-hmm.
And I think, and that I understand.
That that
Maybe you
that
want to make a yeah.
that's a better metaphor than what I used. But yeah, you're right. But it, and what's funny is, and this I find funny is people that get like Japanese character tattoos or Vietnamese, the different Asian characters. They have
Mhm.
no clue what that character is. They just getting told by what the tattoo artist has told them it means.
Oh, sure. Or
And
Chinese.
there's several different shorts. I don't know if they're on YouTube or Facebook shorts
All of
where,
TikTok, Twitter, they're all over all the social media.
and there's one lady who translates them what they actually mean,
Yeah.
going, this means this, and she goes through and shows the origin of the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And people get these ridiculously stupid tattoos that they're told means one thing, but actually means something completely different.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's scary. That's pretty permanent.
Yeah.
That's one thing the younger generation, they're like it very, from millennials
Mm.
down, very much into tattoos. I mean, and I think our generation there yeah, sometimes someone would get a tattoo, but it wasn't as widespread, I don't think,
Yeah.
as the kids today. And I think we were also more conscious of the permanence of it and how it could have consequences later if you're trying to get a
Hmm.
job or something. We had an awareness of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you might I mean, that tattoo might really need to have meaning, but there's the placement of it as well. Whereas the young ones are just, it's like makeup to
Yeah.
them, you know.
And the weird thing about that is I myself have tattoos.
Hmm.
But when tattoos hit the mainstream,
Hmm.
that's about when I stopped getting tattoos.
I'm very much like that too. As long as it's like original
Hmm.
and maybe cutting edge, but not even cutting edge. I mean, like it's not even near the edge,
Hmm.
right? And like it's like cow patterns.
Hmm.
I was like decorating my kitchen and finding any kind of little cow thing because we lived near some dairy, so I really appreciated the whole dairy
Hmm.
and Holstein cow thing. And so I'd find a little thing here, find a little thing there, and I was decorating with it. And then all of a sudden, it's like you could buy cow pattern stuff at Target. And
Yeah.
instead of me being like happy that like, oh wow, now it's so easy for me to access these things. I don't have to make a pot holder from scratch. I could just buy
Yeah.
one. I didn't want cow pattern anymore, you
Yeah.
know, because it became mainstream, you
Yeah.
know.
It's like growing up on a military, grown up military. A lot of the clothes and stuff we had, especially when we got to be teenagers, because we grew so fast, we commandeered a lot of our parents' old fatigues. Our parents in the military, we commandeered their fatigues and stuff like that.
Mhm, mhm,
And it was a way to save money, you know, and that. But sometime in, I want to say the mid 90s, or at least in this part of Texas,
mhm.
camouflage became the thing. Everybody was wearing it.
Yeah, like you could just buy it off the rack.
Yeah. And
Right.
it was like, oh, I kind of lost its uniqueness. I got to find something else.
Keep going. I'm gonna grab something.
All right. All righty. Oh, she's doing that. Where is it?
So this was, I think, like a second one that I had. I think I just
Yeah.
got it at an army surplus store. But I have all the buttons from concerts. I was starting to put like where to see. Here's a oh, which side? This side, a
Yeah.
patch. This was and stuff. But This is 80s.
Oh, very 80s. We used to refer to those as John Lennon fatigues.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So was
interesting.
so was there somebody in your family that was a master sergeant, or
Oh, that might be my grandfather. Yeah, because my grandfather was a master sergeant.
yeah,
So I might have took his patch and put it on that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
total
it's
80s. Cool. Yeah.
oh yeah, the because you have the one famous photo of Lennon in New York wearing a fatigue jacket, which is actually from things I've read that was sent to him by a Vietnam veteran.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, give peace a chance.
yeah,
Mm.
but
Oh.
but back yeah, and no, me and some friends have we have very different opinions of Oko Ono. So, but
Mm.
yeah, she was
Yeah, yeah. I always thought I thought something was maybe off with her. I don't know.
she was one hell of a avant garde artist, but they should
This
have
is
never
true.
gave that lady a microphone and not sing. But a lot of her avant garde art stuff from mid to late 70s is really she had some really cool concepts. But
Mm.
a vocalist, she is not. Now his son
Yeah.
Julian Lennon
No, no,
from
no.
the
Her son was Sean.
huh?
Wasn't her? Her son was Sean.
Her son was Sean, and his son from Cynthia was Julian.
Right.
And I remember a lot of his first albums came out. He sounded damn near like his dad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now I don't know if Sean Lennon has done anything musically or not, but
I saw something about the two of them meeting
mm-hmm,
uh, and getting together,
mm-hmm,
you know, a few years ago and
yeah,
stuff. And I'm trying to think what I can't remember what it said Sean was doing.
yeah. I
I'm almost
know.
thinking one of them was like music, like a musician, but not
Yeah.
like a singer.
Now I know from things I've read, the Cirque du Soleil show based on the
Yeah.
Beatles music
Oh
that
yeah.
that Yoko Ono, Paul McCartney, Sean Lennon, Julian Lennon, and Ringo Starr worked closely with Cirque du Soleil when they were putting it together.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
I believe George Harrison had a little bit of input, but I think the cancer at that point on him had gotten
Mm.
so bad he wasn't as active as the others.
Right. Mm.
And but yeah,
Well,
it's
that's good when they're able to put in their input
yeah,
with something.
yeah, but yeah, it's
Anyway, I think I'm gonna get going for tonight.
yeah,
It's been a good show. Sorry I didn't read another chapter from my book, but we had pictures instead.
yeah,
Next week we'll get
a
back to the book.
slideshow.
Yeah, and then so tomorrow will be a travel vlog, and maybe I'll just do Cambodia. I'm debating between Cambodia and Hong Kong,
Mm-hmm.
and but I'll try because I did Scotland, Ireland and Scotland the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I did Route 66.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I'd do someplace in Asia, even if it's Macau or Hong Kong or
Yeah,
Hongshu. Hongshu would be interesting. So I'll have to like see what either that or Cambodia.
yeah,
That's always good too.
yeah.
And on Sunday I will do the book chapter 1 of the book Anatomy of the Spirit with my real microphone.
So
Mm.
I got to. This is a hand me down from my wife. She got a really nice headset with a mic in it.
Oh yeah.
That's Bluetooth for her computer.
Mm.
And like when she chats with her friends and stuff, gaming and stuff, if she needs to get up and go use the bathroom or get a drink or something, she has that and she can still participate while.
Oh, because it's not the cord, it's
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
yeah. And so I got
Well, you don't want
so
to
I
hear the toilet flushing.
yeah. And I got her old mic,
Mm.
which are probably underutilized. I mean, it's a real nice mic.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it has the
Cool.
cover on. I like playing with the cover.
I'm sorry I missed your live, by the way.
It's okay.
It would have
It's
been a
okay.
perfect time, but I don't know, just doing something else, and um, I didn't see a notification for it, so I didn't know you were on.
Yeah.
Uh, but
I
keep it
mean,
up.
yeah.
Don't give up.
It's. I didn't do a whole lot to promote it, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Though I think my next when I do my November live, I think I might do it on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the formatting on Twitch for the OSB studio is a lot easier than the on through YouTube.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I have a Twitch account, but I could always add a. I might. I,
Yeah,
huh,
yeah.
have to look.
If I decide to do it on Twitch, I'll put my user stuff on the
Mhm,
description on my videos.
mhm. Did you
Plus,
know you can make a community post? Or do you know about those?
no,
Let me show my screen
okay,
and I'll show you where they are. I'll use this new screen. I mean new tab. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So this is let me put YouTube in here.
Mm-hmm. I like the background on that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. One time years ago, I figured out how to change it, and it's like I saw that, I thought, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I just go to my channel,
Mm-hmm.
so you've got home,
Mm-hmm.
videos, shorts, live, playlist, and community.
Mm-hmm.
So if you click on the community tab,
Mm-hmm.
then you can do posts like on Facebook or something,
Yeah.
right?
See, I did one the other day under the
Mm-hmm.
community tab, and I I don't know how those I published it,
Ooh, look at
but I
that.
don't know who all how it gets and how. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at doing one live stream a month. I was looking for advice. AI, a random image from a hike.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. It's a
Wow.
down pine tree.
Like the picture. Well, for me, I had subscribed to your channel, but I didn't turn on the notifications.
Ah,
Right. So subscribe. You can see now the notification is
yeah.
there. Right. So it was just like that, but now
Hmm.
I put that on. So I should be able to see. That's an interesting picture with that eye that looks like a
Hmm.
ring.
Yeah,
Wow. That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so I should get, I mean, anybody who's subscribed and has it turned on will get a notification. Otherwise, okay, so if I just go to YouTube
Hmm.
and then, here's some videos, here's some shorts, some
Hmm.
more videos, some more shorts, videos, and then here, latest YouTube posts.
Hmm.
So like yours would come, should come up here.
Yeah.
And then I would see it and show more.
Hmm.
Michelle After Dark, Squirrels on Fire, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I was just there and I liked it, so that's probably why it's not in here because I've already seen it, and they're trying to
Hmm.
show me things that I haven't seen. Look at this, newly. Oh my God. Here is an example of them like listening to you,
Mm-hmm.
because I am not subscribed to this Brandon Baragry, but we
Mm-hmm.
were just talking about John Lennon.
Yeah.
So, newly surfaced final photo of John Lennon and Paul McCartney together. Longtime Beatles roadie Mal Evans snapped the picture on March 29th, 1974. The photo will be used in an upcoming documentary about Evans. And the final Beatles song will be released tomorrow. Oh, but
Mhm.
this was 1 hour ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's Lennon and here's McCartney.
Yeah.
And isn't that McCartney's wife?
Linda
This one?
McCartney.
Yeah, the blonde.
Linda Eastman of the Kodak Eastman family.
Really?
Yeah.
I did
She
not.
was, in her own right, she's a fairly accomplished photographer.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
If you
Anyway, this came up with in my recommendations because we were talking about him.
well,
Funny
I
how
got
that works.
I got one for you on my
Okay.
phone. I've
Yeah.
been getting I've been getting travel ads on one of
To
the apps on my
Cambodia?
phone for Cambodia.
Yeah. Uh, well, the funniest thing is I do crosswords every Sunday, and my phone is like in my bag,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't even have it out. And you talk about random things because it's a crossword puzzle. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's something like Gomer Pyle or some actress Lon Chaney or
Mm-hmm.
something, right? Uh, and then when I get home,
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, there's those recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
So I guarantee you the phones are listening to us.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All
Mm.
the algorithms are talking to each other and sharing information.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think it has to be like a person. We're all in
Mm-hmm.
the same matrix, Chalet says.
Yeah.
You know. Mm. Stop screen. Okay, there we go. Yep. Scary, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real scary. We don't even have to say it. How about just think it? They've got that technology, DARPA and everything. They do have that. And they're trying, well, in fact, I don't know if that book, because you mentioned the book and that you want to get it and read it, um, about system upgrade. They
Mm-hmm.
might talk about that in there. But yeah, they definitely no, they have it.
Yeah. I'm just about done with the collection of short stories that I've been listening to, and we'll probably get to that here in the next probably probably week or so.
Mm.
Um, though from the stuff I've read and what you've talked about, it sounds like
Mhm.
he writes a a lot real similar to Philip K. Dick,
Mm.
who in a lot of
Possibly.
his books
Mhm.
are kind of that have that kind of theme.
Mm.
Um, Matter of fact, his book, The Scanner Darkly, was
Okay.
his reaction to the Nixon administration.
Mm. Mm.
And
That was corrupt. Talk about some corruption.
yeah, and it's
People think it can't happen. Sure, it can happen.
yeah, and yeah, he, a lot of well, a lot of Philip K. Dick's problems arose from the fact that he was misdiagnosed and given the wrong mental meds for mental health,
Mm.
and he lived a rather hedonistic lifestyle with lots of sex and lots of drugs, and the
Mhm.
combination of those two created he became very agoraphobic, and very paranoid, And a lot of his books, especially his later books before his death, you feel that in them.
Yeah. Wow. I know. I think I've read at least one of
Yeah.
them because my friend Bob with the crosswords, like he'll pass me, the Heinlein and different things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But Shale's right. She says, I'm tired. I'm good. She goes that when I'm tired. I am
So
getting
do we need
tired.
to let you go to bed?
Yeah, it's time.
All right.
Oh, but Chalet is so funny. in your opinion, yeah, that's correct. She says, "I know you exactly. We were cut up from the same cloth. I'm telling you. They say brothers from another mother, like we're sisters from another mother. I've
Sisters from
been
another mister.
sisters from another mister. Okay, yeah, brothers from another mother, sisters from another mister. Okay,
Yeah.
rhymes better that way.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll close it up for tonight. But thank you for coming up on panel
Not a
because
problem.
as you found out, you needed like at least one person in the chat, even if
Yeah.
they're not up on panel.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the queen of snark too. Okay. See. No. So go forth and be snarky. I say unto you. But God bless everybody. And I love you so much. I'm so glad that we're able to get together like this. And I look
Yep.
forward to tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll do a travel vlog.
Yep.
Keeps you laughing. Good, Chalet.
Laughing's good for you.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe Mabel or Andy they can pop in as well.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Actually, I would be real interested on a GenX and get Andy because he's so much younger than the three of us. To get
He's not
his
that much
viewpoint.
younger. Is he?
Yeah,
He's not that much.
I think in one he said he had just turned 25 or something like that.
Oh, no. If anything, he said he turned 45, but I don't think so.
Maybe. Oh, okay. I thought he was
No.
younger for some reason. Maybe it's just he looks young.
Yeah. Well, Shelley's going, no. Because Mabel was a little bit older, like maybe 2 or 3 years older than us. And Chalet and I are like, but I'm 56, right? So Chalet and I are right about the same. And if Andy was younger, it was like 54, 55.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's our age. Yeah, me too.
I'm getting ready to be 54.
Oh, he was being sarcastic. If he said that, he was being sarcastic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. It totally did not come out in the text. Yeah, that's the bad problem about doing the text and chatting. The nuances of the human voice are lost.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. Well, everyone have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go to bed and have a good night and be back again tomorrow. And we'll just have a travel vlog and see where we go.
Well, goodbye, everyone. Be safe. Have fun. Peace.
Okay. Good night.